So, last stream didn't go too well. It was only 10 minutes, and I just ended up deleting it because it was only 10 minutes, and lots of the work I already done. So, I'm going to be making another computer in Stormworks from complete scratch. Nothing, new logic, everything. And the computer is basically just those, how do I describe this? It's not like a desktop. It's basically just those circuit boards that you put LED lights on, and you can like put wires everywhere to make it do different things. Put microprocessors on it. Put, for example, a small digital display, make a cash register or something. And yeah, that's basically what I'm talking about. Basically just making a little computer like that, circuit boards and everything. So I'm gonna not use the bread computer. I'm actually gonna delete it because I tried to make a hard drive, that didn't go so well. I'm also gonna remove this, this, and this. So back. First thing I need to do is create the board. 1218. This is a decent size. So first things first, I'm gonna want a battery, which will go to everything else on the board, and a quick solar panel. 3. Next thing I need to do is have some sort of input device, which the input will basically just come from some keypads, like a keyboard that I'm typing on right now. Yeah, you can use these as keyboards, like 1 through 9, or 1 through 1 through 20, or 27, 28, 29, anything. You can add special characters, just numbers or letters. You can have an entire key for that. But this thing is only going to register numbers, and it's non-programmable unless I mess with the actual logic in the board. So I'm gonna place down one keypad, and there's going to be, I'm still gonna call it a COM port, but it's not completely gonna, it's just gonna be used for like slight communication. Like if I want, I can probably add an external, like anything. I mean, you could probably make it so that you can hook 2 of these computers together and make it communicate. But actually, you can use the electric cable thing to actually, instead of just transmitting regular from a wire, you need to hook it up to a router, and it can transmit anything wirelessly. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to do here. Where did that come from? Okay. Did not select that, but okay. Okay. There. So, right now I'm gonna get a block and put it there. And this is gonna be where the router stands. I'm gonna hook that up. And this is gonna be the router, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Because I haven't even started the actual computer. Why am I hooking it up to the internet before I even did anything here? So, first things first, it's gonna... You know what? It's still gonna have an external computer. Or no, I can make it wireless. That would make everything so much easier, but there would still need to be a data send. So it's gonna want to receive from the keyboard. Perfect. I still have that. Saved. So place. And I'm gonna place the small RX right there. The battery can be charged on most external keyboards. So that's what I'm gonna add. A rechargeable battery. Did I say keypads? I think I said keypads. There. Why did I delete that? Battery. Actually, no, this isn't going to be rechargeable. Because it's basically all it needs to do is transmit one number. Or two. Yeah, it needs to transmit two numbers, but... What am I saying? This doesn't look the best, but it'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna want a constant number. On this. And on this. Because it's gonna only transmit on one channel. And this thing is always gonna be on transmit mode. So I'm also gonna want that there. And I'm gonna start working on the microcontroller. This is gonna be really easy. Okay. Wireless keyboard. And I'm just gonna draw. I don't know why, but I can never tell anything apart and then I decide to draw something. And I don't know what to draw, or my drawings are horrible. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Send. So output, composite. Send. This is going to be X1. I remember doing that in my last stream that I deleted, so you cannot see it anymore. And now Y2. X1 and Y2, they're back. So that's not it. Still need to do the logic. X1 again is gonna be channel 1, and other one is gonna be channel 2. So start channel 2. That's gonna connect. Just like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. So I'm also gonna need something to decode everything. So I'm going to save this as wireless keyboard. Back. Wireless keyboard. Here's my monstrosity of a drawing. And now, there we go. output A, output B. B is going to be X1, Y2. I'm going to want a capital. Okay, so the constant number is going to be, it has to be somewhat random. How about, no. Yeah, I guess it'll work. Okay. It's gonna always transmit. And now, boom. So, I'd say that's almost it. Now that the keyboard is ready, I just need to get something ready for here, which I'm basically just gonna grab this, make these outputs, and make this an input. Save as wireless keyboard op. How about just wireless keyboard op for wireless keyboard opposite? Wireless keyboard. Oh. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, it is. That's it. I'm gonna put logic here. Now I'm gonna grab 2 digital displays. That are going to show. This is gonna be somewhat of the main display thing. Like the control panel. This is the control panel. X1, Y2. I'm gonna change the setting. Decimals disabled. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna hook up all the logic here. So, electric. I'm gonna want everything connected to electricity. I'm also going to do X1 and Y2. Constant number. Now, I'm gonna hook that up. Okay, nothing's displayed. 1, 2, 3. Should show up on X1. Nothing. Two 270. Power. That is weird. Oh, that's what. I didn't edit this to read. That's why. That was dumb of me. And I'm also gonna name this op. Okay. Receive. Don't know. Okay. Read number. This is always going to be 2. 2. Now I'm gonna. And I forgot what key. Okay, wireless keyboard op. Now there's logic inside of there. So now it should work. Okay. So I'm gonna send 1, 2, 3, 3, 2 on. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. But now when it's out of range, which I am going to make it go, it won't work. But it still is. How far can it go? It can go pretty far. Let's see, is it still... Wow. Wow. Okay. Now that I got a basic thing set up, I'm gonna make a communication board. So... I'm gonna set up the communication board. Com X1, com Y2. Don't forget, decimals disabled. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna want an RX here. So I already figured out that I don't need a massive RX. I just need a RX. But I'm capacitor.xml. Huh. Don't remember making that. Okay. I'm gonna place down that. And now I'm gonna plug in the Ethernet. The Ethernet. Okay, so
James, please go get dressed. Listen to me. Don't come back down here in 5 minutes. You could have done this yesterday, like all those movies yesterday.
So I could also, this is basically saying I could also have a microphone, a wireless microphone. Like my headset is wireless. I could basically make that and send it over Wi-Fi. Or router, I should say. So, transmit mode. Transmit. Which, what it's going to transmit is, it's basically just going to use the keyboard functions. So, keyboard, wireless keyboard. It's going to grab the keyboard functions and basically do what the keyboard is supposed to do. Or just, when it receives the keyboard, it passes it on. So, send. And boom. I'm going to place transmit button. And I'm also going to grab the wireless keyboard opposite function and do receive. X1, X1, Y2, Y2. So I'm taking the keyboard function and basically just, I'll call it replaying it. But there's also going to need to be a frequency, which I am going to control using another keypad on the actual thing. So, place that there. Wait, I'm gonna say channel. And I'm gonna hook it up right here. And I'm also going to hook up an not an emergency, a dial. So I know where or how strong the signal is. Perfect. Everything is working. Should be working, I should say. Everything should work. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save this as computer because I do not want to lose this because I've worked so hard on this. Okay, so I'm gonna work on channel 123. Okay, no signal strength. There's actually really no way for me to test them both at the same time because I put a push button instead of a long press button, or I should say. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No strength, nothing. Okay, I'm actually gonna put down a long press button, toggle button. I forgot what it was called for a second. And transmit. Okay, I'm gonna be transmitting 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. It's what I'm gonna be transmitting. 4, 5, 6. And it is receiving 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Checking the signal strength. So basically, I can make, if I make this a little more compact, I can set this up to like if I wanted to. Here, let me unlock the map. So if I make it bigger, I can probably, if I'm lucky enough, bring one maybe over to this fuel island with a jet or something, or a helicopter. Helicopter will probably be the best, or maybe this island, or maybe this massive island over here. O'Neill. How about O'Neill? And then set it so that you can like communicate coordinates to each other. So like if your friend is in O'Neill, you can send a message to them saying, "Hey, I'm at these coordinates." And basically say basically tell them, "Hey, set your autopilot to these coordinates." And that's basically it. It's basically all you can do with this. And if you really wanted to, if you're on a helicopter, you can probably still use you could probably make a radio attachment so that even if you're like 100 or no, that's way too far. Like 1 kilometer, like you're in the air and your keyboard doesn't work. You can have the attachment, and now you can say, at these coordinates. Or if you're off the island, you can say, I'm at these coordinates. That's basically the only use for it right now, saying coordinates or radio frequencies. Like, I want to. Oh, oops. Like, I want to. I'm not doing that. I was pinged on Discord, and I'm moving that. Okay. Like, I'm in the air, and I'm right over here. This square right here. This square. Far away from the actual radio, which is right here. With the attachment, I could probably still say, hey, I'm at these coordinates. It'll come back over here, and then it'll be transmitted all the way over to O'Neill. With that communications port, you can basically make your own router. Or make something like Bluetooth. And like commute, and you can probably mod the keyboard. You could basically do anything. The hospital island is for sale. Yay. That looked weird. I wanted to zoom in on it. But yeah. One of the only really official uses for it is marking coordinates. But yeah. You could also probably change the from last stream that I deleted. I made something exactly like an external hard drive, like my flash drive. I plug in the hard drive, and then it saves everything currently in its memory, and then transmits it back over transmits everything back over to the actual like, you plug it in, save, plug it into another computer, don't click save, and boom. So next thing I'm gonna do, which I'm gonna figure out how I could do it, but next thing I'm gonna do is probably try and make that flash drive, because last time I wasn't too successful. It would either just reset when I plugged it into another device, or plugged it into the device again. So that didn't work. That was when I was using the COM ports. Now I'm basically going completely wireless. But I'm gonna figure out how I can do that. So I'll be back in maybe a couple minutes.
on.
Okay, I am back, and I have an idea for how I'm gonna do it. So you need to charge it first, using some sort of battery bank, or maybe the actual computer itself. Now, so there's just a battery on board, and yeah, you plug it into a computer, click the save button, and then go over to another computer and click the send button or whatever. So you can like write down some coordinates and maybe drop it or send it to a friend. Send the flash drive to a friend and basically tell them where you want them to go. Because you're going on a mission, a top secret mission, and you want your friend to come with. So you tell him, hey, come here. Come to this place, this area, this deserted island. And yeah, that's basically it. So, 1 second. Don't want to select that. Okay. So, I have an idea on how I'm going to do it, but, I mean, it does pull the power from here, but that's fine because there's just solar cells powering it. Kind of. But, how I'm going to do this, I'll place down a block. And I'm just going to use the exact same method I used with the Wi-Fi router thing. This thing. So, I'm going to have a save button. You know what? It's always going to be sending. Because I won't want to figure out how to do that. So, I'm just going to have a save button. I am going to hook up the one and only Ethernet. No, cable. I don't know why I said Ethernet, but okay. So I'm going to place that and type in mem for memory. And the button is going to say save state. That's what I just thought of that. Save state. The button's just going to say save state. Okay. I like the design of that. So, reset value, okay. For whatever reason, I wanted to look at that, but okay. Okay. I'm going to need to use keyboard. Wireless keyboard. 2 wireless keyboard. 1. Okay. I just need 2. 1 OP and 1 op. And that's basically it. That's all I need because it already has the X1 and X2. Or Y2. So, I'm gonna have this say save state. You're gonna want to turn that off after. So you can somewhat Okay, so digital display. This is one of the main components, so I'm gonna want that. Okay. This I could just leave, but you're gonna need to disconnect from the Wi-Fi to save state. Okay. So this cannot store video or anything. It's just gonna store regular numbers. That's what it's gonna do. Okay. Flash X1. Flash Y2. Okay. No decimals. No decimals. If you're wondering why no decimals, because I want to have the most like space on the digital display. Okay, value to store. This is going to be x1. So x1, x1. y2 is going to be this one. So y2, y2. Save state. Save state. Set and set. Everything is hooked up correctly. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna save the computer. So, yeah, the memory device is somewhat useless. But as I said, you could probably hook a parachute to it if you want, and make it so that when it detects that it's pretty low, it deploys a parachute and you can send stuff to your friend via cargo plane. Someone's a mailman on the server. Is basically what I'm trying to say. You can send them data. Okay. So, I don't want that. So, I want this to say, I want to send -123 321 negative. Okay? Save state. Now I'm gonna hook up that. Now I'm gonna bring it over to the plane, or the cargo plane, or the helicopter, the cargo helicopter. And I'm gonna lift off, and I'm heading over to O'Neill. And I'm opening up the cargo doors, and I'm dropping it from the sky. The parachute's just deployed. The reason why you can use a parachute and stuff is because it has a battery, of course. It's just falling. It's falling. Oh no. What is that? Is it a bird? It's a plane? Is it a plane? No, it's a flash drive. So now I'm going to plug in. Nothing. Nothing is showing up. But something is randomly showing up there. It's because it registers this as this. Not this as this and this. Meaning it's always going to show up here. So basically, it's somewhat detecting it as a network connection, which is fine. So basically, I can use this as a, instead of just, well, com x1 still works. So I'm gonna save this as computer, exit the editor, and I'm also gonna save this as computer. Or no, load it. So basically, all we have now is sending data to one another. So basically all I could think of right now, but I can think of something else. And that something else is a keyboard extension or just upgrading the keyboard altogether. For this, I'm definitely going to need to move it. Or I don't. So RX medium. RX medium, which does not fit. Or it does. It does. But can you see why? Can you see why? So I'm going to move it over one. Perfect. Now it'll work fine. I'm going to hook it back up to the battery. Hook this back up to the battery. And now I'm going to hook that up to frequency. Hook this up and this up to that. So this is going to actually be upgraded to an LED keyboard. And that's basically all I can really think of. So, I mean, I could make a Wi-Fi extender. Yeah, a Wi-Fi extender could be useful, so I'm gonna install that. But where? So, where am I going to install it? Is my question. I'm just gonna go the ugly way and put it out the side. I mean, nothing is really pretty on this thing. So I'm gonna put that there. And I'm gonna make it do the data receive. Oh, I just thought of something. Oh wait, I could just do that. That's simple. So that's what it's gonna send. But that's a problem. Output. It needs to output somewhere. But where? That's a pretty big problem. I mean, I could just use a composite switcher. Constant comp. Switch. It's video switcher. I remember making a composite switch box before. So it may be one of these blank ones. Valve. RBG. Radar test. Phone screen. That's what I tried making a phone screen. Weather app. PC USB weather. Oh yeah. Made a computer, PC power. Lua test, microcontroller. Here it is. 2, no. 2, no. Dear, no. Okay, so I'm gonna do data receive. That's gonna be it's off. Or no. How will this work? This is actually very puzzling. I mean, you could have a second. I could probably just attach a big radio to a car or a buoy and place it out into the ocean. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So, there's just one problem. Actually, that won't be a problem. But the extender I won't be able to figure out. So it's just gonna have to be this long board thing. Oh, right, I need to hook up the keyboard again. But at least now, with this version of the keyboard, you can pick it up and also bring it on a helicopter. Or fly it into the ocean. This could actually probably be good for a seed lab experiment. Onboard computer. Perfect. Okay, so this basically is a okay computer. It is built for sending and receiving coordinates. Like today, I'm gonna send my friend some coordinates for like. I mean, that could kind of be helpful, but still. You could just look at the map. But it could be also pretty useful in certain conditions where you don't have the map enabled. So here's the somewhat older version of the computer. I just updated the keyboard, so this is not the computer. But I'm gonna put one computer here, and I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna send out a signal booster because I don't think that's gonna go long. So I'm gonna teleport. Wee. Okay, I'm gonna send out a signal booster on a car. What vehicle though? A car. I could send it out on the flying van, or the forklift, or the Jeep. Any of this will work. Stormworks on the Stormworks PC. Large display, configurable. How about the mobile mission control van, or whatever it was? I mean, I don't think this is built to send, but it is built to receive. At least I remember. Bloop. Okay. Ah, missed it. Is this thing electric? No. Okay. That's a radio. And that's a radio. So no, it won't work. So I'm gonna put that thing on a ship. Which it probably will not reach this far anyway. Oh, how about Legacy? It'll be perfect. Oh wait, no, I need to put the actual computer on it. Computer, up. This thing does not look. Huh, it fits. It's somewhat snug. Computer goes there. Spawn. Not gonna save it or anything. Okay. Okay, I'm going to place on a signal on this one over here. It's somewhat far, but okay. So the signal it's going to be sending is I can't type in letters, so 643 or 642. Now -2. So positive 642 and -2. It's going to be transmitting. It's going to be transmitting. Is it? Seriously? Did not save the toggle button I put on. Pan. Don't remember searching up pan. But okay. Button. It's gonna go there. Transmit. Computer. Save. Now spawn. Woo, spooky. Nearing 1 hour and we're already on the test phase. The last test phase. Okay. 642 -2. And I'm going to set it up to run on channel 123. Woo, so cool. Channel 123. That's the coolest channel ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it receiving any signals here? On channel 123. Yep. 642-2. It is on a pretty strong signal. I suspect that it'll work just fine. Engines. Throttle lever. I have never driven this thing, so this is actually kind of new for me. Okay, I think I got it working. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, we're already really far. How far? Pretty far. And it's still receiving the 642 -2. And it still has a pretty strong signal. Or not too strong of a signal, but a signal. How far? a good idea. Walk the plank. Walk the plank. No, I can't. Okay. I'm gonna kill down the engines. Now jump down. Still connected. Push. Bloop. It sinks. Okay, so with a good signal, it can go not too far from the other computers, which is not the greatest, but it works. It's okay. I'd say that's somewhat of a win. I'm going to steal this. Wait, I'm gonna throw this overboard. And then that's gonna be it. And I failed. But basically, it can go pretty far, or kind of far, and still connect. And with the keyboard mechanic, it can go to the bottom of the ocean and still connect. Still connect. You can be on a ship kind of far and still connect. So, conclusion, it works. Second conclusion, or my thoughts on it, it sucks. It's not the greatest, but it works. For only really sharing coordinates. Coordinates is basically its best bet. Or its best thing to do. Sharing coordinates to a friend. But I just realized something. How do you tell them? This is also a note. Here's how you basically tell them, hey, please set your signal strength to 6. Plug in the hard disk drive thing and click save state. And then ship it over to them. But conclusion, it's not the greatest. It's actually pretty bad. But, hey, I keep telling you, it works. But not the greatest. The keyboard is kind of a strong word for it. It's not a keyboard. Keyboards, mainly what I'm talking about is the QWERTY keyboard. Other keyboards can just have numbers, but that's a keypad. That would be a keypad. But it's basically just a keypad. A wireless keypad with a big chonk thing. So, thank you for watching this stream. I see 0 viewers, so you're watching this not live. So, Thank you for watching this video stream. It's future.